An 18-year-old just destroyed one of the world's best players 7-1 in a world championship final, and honestly, it wasn't even close. Luke Littler has done it again, and what we witnessed at Ali Pali was nothing short of terrifying for every other darts player on the planet. Stick around because this performance was absolutely insane. Let's talk numbers because they're honestly ridiculous. Luke Littler, still just 18 years old, defended his world title with a performance that shouldn't even be possible. A 106 average, 16 maximums, 19 scores of 140 plus, and a checkout percentage of 46%. This isn't just good, this is generational talent. And that finishing dart to claim the title, a 147 checkout, triple 20, triple 19, double 15, ice cold. The way he slammed that dart into the board while Alexandra Palace absolutely erupted, those are the moments that give you goosebumps. But here's what might be the most impressive part. Littler only turned 18 in January. He's now the youngest world champion ever, and the first player since Gary Anderson in 2015 and 2016 to win back-to-back world titles. He's in the same conversation as legends like Phil Taylor and Adrian Lewis. And get this, he's only stood on the Ali Pali stage 3 times, and he's won it twice. But let's be real for a second. Gian van Veen had an absolutely phenomenal tournament just to reach that final. This 23-year-old Dutchman proved he belongs at the very top, and it started with his sensational win over 2-time world champion Gary Anderson in the semifinal. That match against Anderson was an absolute classic. Van Veen won 6-3, but it was so much more than just the scoreline. They produced one of the most electric sets we've ever seen. Even Wayne Mardle called it on Sky Sports a set of darts from God. 2 170 finishes, a 10-darter, an 11-darter, and 2 12-darters, both averaging over 102, 25 maximums combined, and 67 scores of 140 plus. Remember, Gary Anderson is an absolute legend of this sport, a 55-year-old still performing at the highest level. For Van Veen to dismantle him like that, that's not just impressive, that's a statement. It shows the new generation is truly breaking through. His quarter-final demolition of Luke Humphries was equally impressive, 5-1, and Humphries barely got a look in. Van Veen stepped up and showed he belongs with the absolute elite. These performances propelled him to world number 3 and made him the new Dutch number 1. He's even overtaken Michael van Gerwen. But okay, back to that final. Van Veen actually started brilliantly. He took the first set and looked ready to give Littler a real fight. He opened with a clinical 116 checkout and a 12-darter. For a brief moment, it looked like we might get a competitive final, but then Littler happened. And guys, when Littler gets going, you simply cannot stop him. He won 7 consecutive sets. 7. Van Veen couldn't get near him. In the third set, Littler really showed who's boss. Legs in 15, 11, and 12 darts sealed with a 170 finish. Van Veen could only watch as the nuke blew him off the stage. And here's a fun fact. Even a wasp that appeared on stage during play couldn't break Littler's concentration. The match lasted just over 43 minutes. 43 minutes for a world championship final. That's how dominant Littler was. Van Veen did manage a beautiful 137 finish along the way, but sustained resistance. There just wasn't any. Littler was simply a class apart. So what does all this mean? Well, for Littler, it means he's now officially world number 1. He's now got the World Championship, UK Open, World Match Play, World Grand Prix, Grand Slam, and Players' Championship to his name. He's also the first player ever to win £1 million in a single WK victory, double what he earned last year. But maybe even more importantly, he's changed darts. Since Littler burst onto the scene, the popularity of darts has exploded. Young people are picking up darts. Viewing figures are going through the roof. He's made darts cool for a whole new generation. And for Van Veen, this final is obviously disappointing, but he can walk off that stage with his head held high. He's now world number 3, Dutch number 1, and he's proven he can compete with the absolute best. As he said afterwards, this is just the beginning. And here's where it gets really interesting because these two are going to face each other a lot more. Why? Because they're both qualified for the Premier League 2026. The top 4 from the order of merit, that's Littler at 1, Luke Humphries at 2, Van Veen at 3, and Michael van Gerwen at 4, are automatically in. That means we're going to see these young talents battling it out week in, week out. The Premier League starts February 5th in Newcastle, and it's going to be 16 weeks of absolute warfare. The top 4 then advance to finals night at the O2 in London on May 28th. Littler and Van Veen have already faced each other 5 times in PDC events during 2025, and Van Veen won 3 of those. so don't underestimate him. Yes, Littler dominated this final, but Van Veen has already proven he can beat him. With these two in the Premier League, plus all the other top players, 2026 is going to be an incredible dart season. And as Van Veen himself said, we young players are here now. We're trying to take over. I think this game now belongs to the young players. We're here to show how it's done. This was one of the most dominant performances we've ever seen in a World Championship final. Littler is only 18 and already has 2 world titles. Just think about that for a second. He's only getting better. Van Veen, on the other hand, has proven he belongs at this level. This final might have been one-sided, but his tournament was sensational. That win over Gary Anderson alone was worth the price of admission. And the best part? We're going to see them face off so many times in the Premier League. Darts has a new rivalry, a new generation, and it's only getting more exciting from here. So, did you enjoy this video? Then don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more darts analysis. I'll see you in the next one. Until then.